U.S. President Donald Trump said it's great to be in Scotland as he landed for a 4-day private visit. After Air Force One touchdown at Prestwick Airport, just before 2030, the U.S. president was met by Scottish Secretary Ian Murray and Warren Stevens, U.S. ambassador to the U.K. Trump spoke to journalists before the presidential motorcade left for his Turnberry Resort in South Ayrshire, where he is expected to play golf on Saturday. Speaking about Sir Keir Starmer, who he is due to meet on Monday, he said, "I like your prime minister. He's slightly more liberal than I am, as you probably heard, but he's a good man. He got a trade deal done." Trump added, "They've been working on this deal for 12 years. He got it done. That's a good deal. It's a good deal for the UK. Earlier, the president also referred to Scotland's First Minister, John Swinney, as a good man and said he was looking forward to meeting him. Swinney, for his part, has pledged to essentially speak out for Scotland during any discussions with the U.S. president. The motorcade, comprising more than 24 vehicles, arrived at Trump's Turnberry Golf Resort around 21:30. Escorted by police Scotland units and ambulance crews, the convoy reached the luxury hotel, the president's armored vehicle, known as the Beast, past a small group of protesters gathered near the entrance. Trump is set to stay at Turnberry over the weekend before traveling to his second property in Aberdeenshire, where he will inaugurate a new 18-hole course at Meany. Speaking to reporters, Trump credited the late James Bond actor Sean Connery with playing a key role in the development. "Sean Connery helped get me the permits. If it weren't for Sean Connery, we wouldn't have those great courses," Trump said. Trump is expected to meet both Starmer and Swinney on Monday, while European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen confirmed on X that she will meet the president on Sunday to discuss transatlantic trade relations. The president will return to the U.S. on Tuesday and is scheduled to come back to the UK for an official state visit in September. Several protests are planned to coincide with his visit, including demonstrations set to take place in Edinburgh and Aberdeen on Saturday.in. Preparation for the trip, a significant security operation has been active throughout the week in South Ayrshire and Aberdeenshire to bolster Police Scotland's efforts. Dozens of officers from other UK forces have been deployed under mutual aid arrangements. Road closures and traffic diversions have been implemented around Turnberry, while a security checkpoint has been established outside the resort, along with a large fence encircling the golf course. Additionally, multiple police vans have been spotted at the Meany estate. Speaking to journalists at Prestwick, Trump said that European countries need to get your act together on migration and also urged them to stop the windmills. Referring to wind farm developments, he said, "I say two things to Europe. Stop the windmills. You're ruining your countries. I really mean it. It's so sad. You fly over and you see these windmills all over the place, ruining your beautiful fields and valleys and killing your birds. And if they're stuck in the ocean, ruining your oceans. Stop the windmills." And also, there's a couple of things I could say, but on immigration, you'd better get your act together or you're not going to have Europe anymore. In 2019, Trump International lost a long-standing legal case attempting to block the construction of a major wind power project in the North Sea off the coast of Aberdeen. Trump had argued that the development, which featured 11 wind turbines, would spoil the view from his Meany golf course. Trump also claimed that illegal migration was an invasion that was killing Europe. He said, "Last month, we, the United States, had nobody entering our country. Nobody. Shut down. And we took out a lot of bad people that got there with former U.S. President Joe Biden. Biden was a total stiff, and what he allowed to happen, but you're allowing to happen to your countries, and you've got to stop this horrible invasion that's happening to Europe, many countries in Europe. Some people, some leaders have not let it happen, and they're not getting the proper credit they should. I could name them to you right now, but I'm not going to embarrass the other ones. But stop. This immigration is killing Europe." Quizzed on the latest developments regarding the Epstein files and Ghislaine Maxwell's interview with the Department of Justice, Trump said he had really nothing to say about it. "A lot of people are asking me about pardons, obviously. This is no time to be talking about pardons." He added that the media was making a very big thing out of something that's not a big thing. Earlier, Chancellor Rachel Reeves told reporters that the U.S. president's visit to Scotland was in the national interest, speaking during a visit to the Rolls-Royce factory near Glasgow Airport. She said, The work that our Prime Minister Keir Starmer has done in building that relationship with President Trump has meant that we were the first country in the world to secure a trade deal. Reeves added that it had a tangible benefit for people in Scotland, from the Scotch whisky industry to the defense sector. Swinney said his meeting with Trump would present an opportunity to essentially speak out for Scotland on issues such as trade and the increase of business from the United States and Scotland. The First Minister also said he would raise significant international issues, including the awfulness of the situation in Gaza. And he urged those planning to protest against the president's visit to do so peacefully and to do so within the law. Visits to Scotland by sitting U.S. presidents are rare. Queen Elizabeth hosted President Dwight D. Eisenhower at Balmoral in Aberdeenshire in 1957 to President George W. Bush traveled to Gleneagles in Perthshire for the G8 summit in 2005.